Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. I wanted to give a quick update. I'm going to do weekly updates going forward per some of the feedback that came through via the last post and the surprising to me and humbling engagement that I received. So with that being said, just a quick recap, the mission, helping companies understand and accelerate their transition to an omnichannel business model. So that's profit, sustained growth, mitigated channel disruption. That's what we're helping companies to do. So with that being said, what I want to deep dive is one component of the product that we provide to companies, and that's we're not going to dive into all of this because I'm going to try to keep this to 5 minutes or below. And I'm looking at my MacBook timer and hopefully I can get it right. So A&P allocations, that's what I want to spend a brief few minutes on. So the market opportunity does not change from the last update. We know that Amazon is ballooned at the bottom left. We can see here massive change that occurred on Amazon. And then far right, we can see Amazon's about 50% of e-commerce sales. So no new updates there. This is what I wanted to update the group on. I found this pretty fascinating. So a survey was done of about 5,000 teens, about half and half, male and female, over the majority of the U.S. And it was asked, the middle square, where their top shopping websites, where they preferred to shop. And some of you might be surprised, some of you maybe not, but Amazon's at 43%. To me, that's probably higher than what even I would have thought, and I'm living and breathing this every day. So then to the right, where do they consume content? Netflix, YouTube, find YouTube fascinating from an influencer marketing perspective. And then where are they socially? So they're spending the majority of their time on Snapchat and Instagram. Fascinating stuff. So then a little bit of the problem that we face, that we have to solve. So if you look at the bottom, the blue, which I've highlighted in yellow, you can see 18% growth at Amazon. 18% growth, maybe that doesn't sound exceptional, but compare that to the growth that we saw of going from 17 billion to almost a third of $1 trillion. So you've got continuing double-digit growth on a business that has just ballooned. So to take it even a step further, to call this out to the brand leaders out there that are managing small, medium, large brands. If 43% are on where they prefer to shop is Amazon, number one. So by a mile landslide where the teens are shopping. And I know this is just teens, so I'm not trying to say teens. I'm not trying to paint a broad, holistic picture, but just generally speaking, in this case, so 43% like to shop on Amazon. So then another survey was done and it asked what percentage of ad budgets are marketers spending on advertising, on Amazon advertising. And I found this fascinating. And I managed brands for years, and I managed relationships with Amazon for years. And this even surprised me that these numbers were so low. So you've got 0 to 10% said they're spending 37% of their ad budget on Amazon. That would be more of what I would have expected. 10 to 25 said 34% of their ad budget on Amazon. What I almost fell out of my chair when I read was, look at below that, which I've highlighted in red, the red box. Everyone else is spending nothing. So if you're a brand leader, this is huge upside. That says to me that I would employ you if you're leading a brand and you're managing a budget. We should triple down on advertising from an e-com perspective. I think holistically e-com, but in this case, Amazon, just because we got a couple data points here. So this is huge opportunity. I'm sure that many of you probably knew this intuitively, but just to paint the picture with some actual numbers. So huge upside here as it relates to opportunities where your competitors are not spending on advertising at the rate they probably should be, and it's an opportunity for you. So what I wanted to just quickly in the next 30 seconds go through, it's not that complicated. There's three types of advertising. There's sponsored products. There is sponsored brands, which is essentially a banner with your products and a tagline of some sort. And then the third is a store. They're not complicated. I'll show you in a moment. So sponsored products, this, you choose a product, you decide which keywords that you want to target, and you decide what's your budget, and you go. Amazon and e-commerce, but Amazon probably more specifically, keywords are the game. So you, again, super easy. This can be set up in a matter of minutes. Sponsored brands. So this is, more than likely a hero product shot, a couple other products. So you've got a string of products on a banner and a slogan of some sort. Again, not complicated. You choose the products you want to advertise. You customize your ad. You decide, again, which keywords you want to target. Keywords are the game. And then you submit for Amazon's review. Normally takes, they say 72 hours. I've seen it come back much quicker. And then stores. This is probably if sponsored products was like a level 1, sponsored brands maybe a level 2. Stores are probably a level 3 in terms of not complexity, because that sounds scary if you're a small and mid brand. I'm not talking to the big CPG guys, because you have an agency. No, it's totally fine. But more of the folks that are running $100 million, $200 million companies or brands, that's the complexity part, is just deeper level of engagement that you need to provide. So, but then stores are number 3. So here you create the page for your products and categories using templates, drag and drop, super easy. You add videos and images, get a couple hero shots, couple product shots, make sure you have some content, make sure you have a copywriter, or all this, easy work to be done. You submit, you get, and Amazon will provide your approval or feedback. And again, that takes about 72 hours. So tying it all together, I think it's very, very important. If we go to the far right-hand side here, how we'll get it done. I'm not going to talk about all the things on the far left, but making sure you have priority initiatives, clear targets, and budget investments. And I think you have to ask yourself, if you're a brand leader, gosh, if I'm allocating to 5 years ago businesses, is that the right thing? And I would say no. I would say that's very wrong, and I would say it's not setting the business up for the future. But that's to a brand individual leader to decide. But again, if you look at the market opportunity at the bottom left, where the market's moved, where the middle, where the consumer preference, that's just a snapshot of teens, but data's there. And then, okay, if then you change your mind, you want to pivot towards, hey, okay, and now I want to do something, just try to give a quick snapshot of advertising types. This works on brands that are $10 billion plus. These apply to brands that are $1 billion. This applies to folks that are, $1 million, $2 million. You do not have to be a mega $billion enterprise to employ these strategies and these tactics. So that being said, feel free to drop me a note with any questions. And until next week, I will see everyone soon. Thank you.